So on my last video, I said the collab between Infinity Nikki and Stardew Valley almost feel like a collab between Joja Cola and the Stardew Valley. And that I didn't care for Concerned Ape actually doing collab so he can finish his project. I even checked if the Haunted Chocolatier was still on developing, and I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. But I think some people took that seriously and started harassing the guy just because he accepted to do a collab with a game like months ago. Like, people don't understand. Like, the announcement is only like the end of the whole process, you know. These kind of collabs, they take months. I could even say that this kind of collab was prior to the 1.5 update. I cannot be for sure, obviously, but it's not unusual to be like that. So I'm kind of surprised that people are, you know, so pissed for Concerned Ape, because for me it's more the other way around. I'm like, yeah, good for him. I mean, if he can suck dry Fold to actually do more humane and player-friendly projects, all power to him. I don't care how he does it. I feel like sometimes people are very protective about their tastes and likes, and, you know, treat it as if they live in, you know, some sort of bubble, alienated from space and time. When in reality, games like Stardew Valley has a commercial aspect to it. And we live in a society where competition is a thing, and that profit is also a thing. So I feel like by the scenario, Stardew Valley and Concerned Ape are so much better than what we see in average of the game industry, and it's so fucking annoying to see how people are, you know, so judgmental for Kosandape when he's like he has almost a godlike behavior when we see other scenarios that on the industry. I don't know, it annoys me, and it's not even a case that he made a mistake. I feel like it's only a case, like, I think generally he was like, oh, this cutesy game wants to do a collab with me. Okay, cool. I legitimately believe in that, because if you are aware of Concerned Ape story with his wife and prior girlfriend, you know that the guy doesn't give shit about money, okay? He likes what he does, and he's a genuine good person. At least that's what I believe in. I'm not sure. But either way, I feel like Infold doing a collab with Stardew Valley benefits... I don't know if it benefits more Infold or Stardew Valley. I feel like it's a mutual benefit, because at the same time that Concerned Ape is not, you know, receiving any money from these collabs, I don't know. I feel like I don't believe entirely on that. I don't think he's personally receiving any sort of profit from that, but maybe his company is, because I mean, he needs to have some sort of benefit by putting his brand adjacent to Infold's brand. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's sort of, if the company is actually receiving any sort of, you know, compensation, not compensation, but some sort of profit from this collab, it's important, because it will finance new projects for Stardew Valley. And also, Infinity Nikki has a lot of notoriety, even if it's from bad reputation. So Stardew actually doing a collab with Infold is good, because even though Stardew is a very successful game, it can be lost in the crowd of cozy games that we have today that, you know, bluntly use the same mechanics. And I like to think that this kind of collabs keeps the game alive and on the eyes of the public, at least the new players that didn't have access to the whole Stardew Valley trend. I think Stardew Valley became to be very successful in 2020, but it could be before that. But either way, I think it's good. I feel like new players could benefit from having that. People are saying that this collab could corrupt Concerned Ape image, and that could corrupt the whole Stardew Valley project. But honestly, and I know this might feel naive to say, but I just cannot put it aside. But it could be the other way around as well. Like, what if this collab brings good things to Infinity Nikki? What if by this collab actually developers understand how open world mechanics work, how to keep a gameplay going? Because I feel like Infinity Nikki can be very repetitive and very grind based, and it's not always rewarding. Perhaps, and I feel like even though Stardew Valley has a grind aspect to it, it's not boring like can be in Infinity Nikki. So what if this collab brings something good to Infinity Nikki? What if actually we see new mechanics, or we see more? I don't know, man. I feel like open a door to Stardew Valley it could be something good. Please, I know this can sound very naive, because I don't believe that Info would genuinely learn with Stardew Valley, even though I think they retweeted this tweet from Concerned Ape saying something like, "Oh, we want to learn from you," and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, sure, you want to learn, okay. I don't want to, but I don't want to be also so skeptical about everything when it comes to Infinity Nikki. I know we have a lot of trauma going on because Infinity Nikki it has been through a lot, and Info is always throwing shit at us. But I like to believe that, at least from the developers' point of view, that works in Infinity Nikki, the people that are actually putting their hands on deck and trying to make the game work, and not the greedy idiots that don't know how to manage anything. I believe the devs of Infinity Nikki could actually learn, because we cannot forget that this is the first game from Nikki's franchise that is open world. The other games are not open world. The other games have a very different feature, and I believe the Shiny Nikki is not even made for PC. So this is very new for the devs of Infinity Nikki as well. So I like to believe that something good could come from it for Infinity Nikki, and I don't know, man. I feel like we need to have some hope for the game's survival in some way, because I was watching some videos about how Infinity Nikki is crashing, because even though, as I said before, even though the game is recovering from the 1.5 fiasco, the profits are not as good or as expected from a game so large as it is. Yeah, I'm very concerned about the livelihood of Infinity Nikki, and I like to believe that these kinds of collabs is exactly what the game needs to have that fresh perspective, to get out of the whole gacha way of doing games and going more for more grounded way to doing games, which I believe it's very much the Stardew Valley way, which is keeping the player in mind, being concerned about bugs, being concerned about doing updates without trying to suck the shit out of the player. This kind of stuff that I think Stardew Valley represents so well. I like to think that this could be something good for us that plays Infinity Nikki. And overall, let's be for real, like usually these collabs are most for aesthetic. So usually some items will have a Stardew Valley image to it, but it doesn't actually have anything to do with game mechanics. Like, I know that Info is kind of making it sound like that when they, bring the housing future with the collab, and it almost feels like it's not really. Like, usually it's more aesthetics. You will have some items that represent the collab, and you sometimes the collabs don't even show up in Stardew Valley, the game itself. It's more for the other game than from Stardew Valley. So I don't understand at all why this is such an issue. So yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about before watching the video that I think PlayStation and now Epic Store release about the collab, but also more about the housing feature. This is, I think, the first reaction, because I saw it very remote. I glimpsed very lightly yesterday, but I wasn't paying too much attention, so I consider this the first time. So let's see what we have here for us. I hope the audio is fine. Let me just change the audio for my headset. Okay. Kitsy! Yay! That's so cute. I love this music, like, it's so refreshing to listen to it again. It has been a while since I played Stardew. This is almost making me want to play it again. It's cute. Yes, let's go to Mirrorland. Wee. Yes, we will have my voice over everything. Okay, I don't know how to feel about the pixel 3D Junimo. I don't know. It's cute, I guess. So cute. I like that the logo is in the same design as Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's cute. I love this teaser, so nice. It was so well made, it's so simple. Like, see that. Yeah, I wonder if this is clickbait, because it looks really good. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. Okay, I bought it. That's cute. Wait, this kind of reminds me... This reminds me of a Pokemon. Am I tripping? This reminds me of a Pokemon. Hold on, wait a sec. I need to know. I don't know if I will find it, but it reminds me so much of a leaf kind of Pokemon. Now let's watch Nintendo close the hell out of Infinity Nikki. Oh no, phone, you don't want to go there. Oh no, it's that, is this one? Is this? I found it. Yes. Let me just go here. Let me see the other one. Yeah. Come on, you it looks like a Pokemon. Let's be honest. And not, at least not this one. This, whoops. Yes, this one. This one looks so much like a Pokemon. It looks like Lilligant. Yes, it gives a Lilligant vibe to it. It's not the same, but definitely has a vibe to it. Like, that's so clever. Seriously, it looks a lot like a Pokemon. That's why it's so cute, I guess. Holy shit. Yeah, good for you. I mean, if you can get a Nintendo PS, I'm all for it as well. Yes, like, oh. Yeah, that's so cute. Oh my god. I'm so... Oh my god, he's fishing! Yes, hold on. Wait, it's not... I want a full quality for this game. Okay. After using the default planting ability, Nikki can plant crops in home and nurture their growth through watering. With attentive care, the crops will reward the cultivator with bountiful harvest. Okay, so this is probably the ability that we will get. But where is the outfit for the ability, please? Okay, yeah, okay. I was perhaps waiting for more... This is a little bit overwhelming animation for it, but whatever, I'm just being picky. I like this animation. Okay. It looks very... I don't know how it will look like in the controls, but... Oh, nice! So we will have new flowers then. I don't think we have these ones in Flower Wish. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow! I love this. It's completely useless from the point of view of of a farm, but okay. Like, yes, we will feed from flowers. It's a sustainable farm. We feed from flowers, tulips. I think this is a tulips. Okay. Ability fusion. As Nikki planting skills improve day by day. Okay, I want to see how this will go. Improve day by day. This means we will have some sort of grinding mechanic here that we will be needing to, you know, harvest a certain number of flowers so we can improve. We will have a new Heart of Infinity. We will how this will work, how will we be improving day by day, and what kind of mechanic they are expecting here. But anyway, she will unlock more fun gameplay experiences and acquire ability fusion, integrating existing abilities into her whole life. Oh wow, that's huge. Ability fusion. Oh my god, that's so cool. But I feel like it's only going to be into the home island, I guess. But imagine, like, now we have the Forever Bound outfit, the 5-star, the current 5-star, right? Imagine if you could plant being like a kitty and jumping and planting stuff. It would be so cute. I really like that. But let's see how it is. Okay. Oh wow, that's amazing. Okay, that's too much overpowered, I think, even. But that's amazing. I don't think this will have any relevance to the skill improvement because of how easy it will be if we could do that. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it. Okay. Yeah, that's huge. Construction. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I would prefer maybe if it was like almost like Momo's camera, where we could go behind the screen without having Nikki on the way. But I don't know. I don't know how they didn't. I don't know how the controls will be like, because most of this depends heavily on the controls. So we will be definitely needing to know about how would we be pressing the mouse button while we hold, how this will look like. I feel. Okay, so we won't be needing to deal with any sort of gravity mechanics. Great. Okay, cool. So it has some sort of snap. It has a snap feature to it, which I don't know if I like, because I played Fallout by Bethesda, and I hate the snap feature because it never works right. You always, misses a spot because of it. Well, let's see. Okay. Okay. Okay, but I don't think we have a corner piece for the wall. So I'm wondering, because will this be covering everything? Like, it will be the wall covering until the very end of the ground, the ground, or let's see. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, cool. Okay. 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 Interesting. Okay. Sounds good. Ooh, interesting. So you don't actually have a snapping feature to it. At least not for placing furniture. I hope you don't have it to build construction thingy, I don't know. But it's good. Interesting that we have some sort of, we don't need to have a snapping feature here. It's almost better than Fallout from Bethesda. Maybe Bethesda should do a collab with Infinity Nikki, huh? When they do Fallout 5 or Fallout 4 remaster. Okay, that's cool. Okay. So you cannot place it like randomly. It has some sort of red highlight when you place it wrong. And it's also important to mention, since this is an online game, I don't think we will have any sort of mod to change any of this. So this is what we'll be getting. I don't know if this was obvious, but it doesn't hurt mentioning it. Okay. Okay, the stairs. Okay, that's a little... Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Wait, hold on a sec. What was that? You almost feel... Yeah, that was a little bit off. Like, she placed the curtains and the light went all weird like that. I don't know. Maybe this is just... They are just showing up in development version. Yeah, it's cool. I think maybe for items like that, you should have some sort of, some way to align them. I'm trying to remember. Okay. Good. That's very, very nice. I like this. I like this a lot because it means you could do a lot of creative things with this. The fact that some parts of the items can clip. This is a good way to use clipping, huh? Maybe Fold is learning one thing or two about clipping. But this is a good way to do clipping here. That's good. At least from a construction point of view. Good. Right. Okay. I like that whole, circle thing. Okay. But what about the roof? Okay. I want to see how you place roofs though. Okay. I like the what she's grabbing. So they are not doing a roof for this. This is a little bit suspicious, not gonna lie. But I like this, I forgot, this pen, kind of pen. It's very cool. It would be interesting if she was holding something else, like a clipboard or something. I don't know if she is, I can't see. But also they are doing clipping here as well. This is good. Yeah, that's very nice. The fact that you can clip a lot of objects, that's gonna help a lot. Okay. Yes, and the fact that you can place plants without needing to have dirt. Okay. Cool. Cute. I see what you're doing. Okay. This probably looks hideous from outside, but fine. Because it's like a block on the air. Yeah. No foundation. Yeah, I was calling it like no foundation, no nothing. But what concerns me the most is that we don't know how a roof looks like here. Yeah, that looks hideous, but I get it. It's showing how customizable it is. So if you want to do like Eldritch house, you can. Okay, good. Can we sit though? Can we see Nikki sitting in this chest? No? Okay, so we have more. Hold on, let me see this one. So we have a lot of objects here. Interesting. So here we have like the same structure, but now on this will be so cool. Like doing a house that is, adjusted to the tree. Like, sign me in. Sign me in. Okay, more objects. Cool. I like how it's looking. So I'm back. I feel like there was a part that was not disclosed because I think I read somewhere on Reddit that they disclosed how we would gather the blueprint. So I was very curious and I tried to look. And I found this in the Epic video, the version that Epic disclosed. So yeah, that's cool as fuck. Oh my god, that's so cool. Like, oh my god, I'm wondering here how will they make this profitable for them? Because this is so cool. Like, you can actually, I don't know if I saw this on the other one. I think I didn't because I don't know, man. This looks so cool. Like, you hanging around in the open world and being like, oh, I want this thingy here to my house, and you just grab your camera and do it. Like, and you can also be taking blueprints from flowers as well. That's or this is just Nikki. Just zoom on Nikki. Sorry. Yeah, that's very cool. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so here we are. So this is where she goes and places it. Okay. Yeah, I'm sold. I want to know how will Infinity Nikki, how this will go wrong. That's what I'm worried about. But yeah, that's very cool. Very, very cool. I'm on board. I'm on board with this. Okay.